What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. CDK Boxing. Let's talk boxing. Man, listen up. Jaleel Hackett now called out Devin Haney to come up to 147 pounds since he had trouble making weight at 140. He's calling him out to a fight. We seen what happened in Jaleel Hackett's last fight. He went to Puerto Rico and got robbed. Devin Haney came on Twitter and had a whole lot to say about the fight. Well, Jaleel Hackett said he's tired of Devin Haney having Twitter fingers and he should get his thumb fingers together and sign a contract. He said he knows how to get in contact with Eddie Hearn, and he can get in contact with Eddie Hearn. He also said, listen, if Eddie Hearn don't want to make the fight, Devin Haney has a promotional company. So what does that mean? Devin Haney, you make the fight. Now, I will say this right here. Jaleel Hackett is still young. I don't even think he has. I'm gonna say I only think he has 10 fights. So is he ready for that type of fight? Devin Haney has over 30 fights. I don't necessarily know if Jaleel Hackett is ready for Devin Haney. I think that's a fight that needs to marinate a little bit. But hey, anything can happen. It's boxing, and Jaleel Hackett, man, he does have power. And sometimes people try to say that Devin has a suspect chin, even though I don't believe that. I seen Devin Haney keep getting up from Ryan Garcia, and he was getting caught with PED shots. That's what I'm calling those shots that those hooks that Garcia was throwing. PED shots. So there's definitely something that I look forward to seeing. Devin Haney's been out of the ring for a while. I don't know what Devin Haney's next move is, but let's see what happens with that. And moving on, man, we got to get into Floyd Schofield. Floyd Schofield has now said he wants Shakur Stevenson drug tested. Wow. Listen, Shakur Stevenson and PEDs don't mix, fellas. Listen, Shakur Stevenson is the last person I would think about being on PEDs. I don't believe Shakur Stevenson is the type of guy that's taking PEDs. Skills pay the bills, and I'm starting to hear it now. I think Shakur Stevenson is realizing that the contract has been signed, and he's gonna have to get in there. He's gonna have to bag up the things he's been saying about Shakur Stevenson. Like I said, skills pay the bills, and I just don't think the Floyd Schofield is ready. I know a lot of people are really excited about him stepping up and getting him high praise. I'm even giving him high praise, saying, hey, the young man stepped into the ring and he's getting there with somebody that's much more skilled, in my opinion. And I just see it playing out bad, but I also think it'd be a great learning experience for him. But these PED things have to stop, man. There's a lot of guys in boxing that's on PEDs, and there's something that I was discussing. I feel like there needs to be a new system for PEDs. People are willing to cheat and feel like, man, 6 months, first time offense, is really nothing. I feel like if a person gets in there and puts another person's life in danger by taking PEDs, that what they need to do is this right here, man. That person, whole person, needs to go to the boxer, whoever he cheated against. Get that man that whole person. I believe right then, and maybe even a year suspension off top. Your whole purse gone and a year suspension off top, I think will change the way people move in boxing. Because PEDs for a while now has been, you know what I'm saying, it's just been out of control. That's how I feel about that. Moving on now to Hammy McGill. Hammy McGill ripped into Edgar Berliner. Pause. He talked bad about Edgar Berliner going around and, really celebrating losing to Canelo Alvarez. And if you paid attention, man, Edgar Berliner would have you think that he won that fight. I've never seen nobody so happy in my life to lose a fight. Hey, you went in there and with the distance with Canelo Alvarez, great. But you lost the fight. Back to the drawing board. This guy, man, is doing a world tour and acting like he won the fight. He's calling out everybody, trying to compare what he done against Canelo to other fighters, and it just doesn't make sense, man. It really doesn't. You're also facing an older version of Canelo. Every year that goes by, Canelo's a little older. So stop trying to compare your fights to everybody else's fight. I really don't like Edgar Berlanga. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like his style, the way he carries himself. It's just being real. As a boxer, I think he's okay, but it's just something about him that just rubs me the wrong way, and I'm just keeping it real. Now, also, Teofimo Lopez, man. Teofimo Lopez decided that, they asked him about what's next for him and what he wants to do next year. And he called out three people. He called out Jerron Boots Ennis, lost. Devontae Tank Davis, lost. And Terrence Bud Crawford, lost. Listen, I truly hope because of the things Teofimo Lopez has said about people that they actually take the fight. I really want somebody to get in there, and especially a black fighter, man, and it's a dog walk 'em. That's just how I feel. I mean, you might say that that's wrong, but this man had called two black men monkey. Him and Ryan Garcia have been going on these little racist rants for a while now, getting away with it. And I just want one of these black fighters to step up and handle business. And Jerron Boots in with everything going on, this would be a perfect opportunity to get all of us back on your side, even though I ain't going nowhere. But I would definitely love to see you, man, go in there and beat Teofimo Has the deal. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Jerron Boots will stop Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez doesn't have power. His power hasn't translated to 140. When's the last time he had a knockout? That ain't hating, that's keeping it real. When is the last time that Teofimo Lopez has stopped somebody? He gets to know what Jerron Boots man. I can see him now backpedaling, going backwards, and getting beat up real bad. I see him getting stopped. I think if him and Jerron Boots fight, I don't think the fight makes it 10 rounds. And they're just keeping it real. That fight doesn't go 10 rounds. Now, moving on. Canelo Alvarez, he was talking. I guess he just opened up a new business, maybe a restaurant or something. Canelo has big business going on outside of boxing. And that's why he said one thing, he said, I'm not really focused on boxing right now. Boxing is something, on the back burner. Because they was asking him about, facing Terrence Bud Crawford. And he said, like he said, his focus is not there right now. But he also said they asked him about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Canelo Alvarez is a Mike Tyson fan, and he said he does think about sometimes getting revenge for Mike. Jake Paul has been calling out Canelo Alvarez for a long time now. And I can say this right here. Jake Paul will get beat to death by Canelo Alvarez. But would I want Canelo Alvarez to fight Jake Paul for the revenge of Mike Tyson? Maybe so. I would love to see Jake Paul going there with a real boxer one time, and we could really see where Jake Paul's skills are. You can't keep on fighting retired MMA fighters. You can't keep on facing anybody beating up on anybody, old men. I think Canelo Alvarez knocked Jake Paul out. And guess what? Canelo Alvarez can make a lot of money for an easy payday. Could you imagine how big that fight would be, man? I'm telling you, that fight right there would break records, especially if they done it on Netflix. They said the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight done 65 million views. I say that fight right there, Canelo Alvarez and Jake Paul does 100 million views, and I think it does it easy. End of the fight, that man, both of them probably could make $100 million. That's a lot of money, a big payday, man. Also, I love something that I love something that Canelo Alvarez said. And I think this is where Gervonta Tank Davis needs to take notes, folks. Gervonta Tank Davis, for some reason, and we all know why, has a problem with Turkey Al-Sheikh. Turkey wants Gervonta Tank Davis to face certain fighters. And it seems like Tank right now is a little skeptical about facing these people. People that I think Tank beat, just being honest. Well, Canelo Alvarez has said this. He's open for discussion for business. Turkey has said a few things about Canelo, but he said he wants to talk to Canelo. He don't want to talk to the middleman or none of that. He want to deal directly with Canelo. And Canelo said if it's business, he's willing to talk to Turkey and see how business plays out. Why would you not be willing as a boxer to to talk to somebody who's trying to get you paid, who possibly could give you your biggest payday? That's why I'm not understanding Tank, man. Tank is, you're in the business of getting paid. And from what I understand, it seems like to me you're more worried about getting paid than belts or legacy. I'm not mad at you for that. But it seems like Turkey is willing to pay you what you want, and you still having a problem with this man. It doesn't make sense. Nobody can put their finger on it. But that's how it's going right now. You see what I'm saying? Gervonta Tank Davis, will he ever be on a Turkey card? I don't know. I doubt it. It's just something that I think won't happen. But I definitely want to see how it plays out. Like I said, Canelo Alvarez, the reason he is the real face of boxing, we're gonna keep it real, because this man is still doing big numbers. The reason he's the face of boxing is because of the way he moves, the way he curves himself, and he knows how to do business. Floyd Mayweather was a man that done business and still doing business. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but it seemed like to me that a lot of his business savvy would have rubbed off on Gervonta Tank Davis, and it don't seem like it did. Well, let's say this, Floyd early in his career was willing to face everybody. So I don't know. They kind of do move alike, I guess. But it seems like to me, Floyd is a lot better businessman than Tank. Tank turning down major money. You know what I'm saying? Tank's turning down major money, talking about retiring early. And it just don't seem right to me. I don't want to see Tank retire. I don't think he will. I think he's just talking. But I wouldn't want to see Tank retire and come back 4 or 5 years from now to try to get paid again, or to try to fight the names that we want him to fight right now. It just wouldn't make sense. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff that we're hearing about, it wouldn't make sense. But boxers are doing what they want to. Uh, I see that big head Tim Bradley is still going around insulting black fighters. People, I don't know why, but people really don't have a problem with that. People don't seem to care. There are people talking about it, but there's not a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't. But I'm one of them people that I don't have a lot of respect for Tim Bradley. I think Tim Bradley has a real problem with black fighters. I don't know what the problem is, the issue, but you can tell when Tim Bradley is talking about a black fighter, a white fighter, he carries himself in a different type of manner. And I'm really, really tired of that. Like I said, now, man, think about this. David Morrell and David Benavidez, that fight is getting closer and closer to happening. I can't wait. I think it's a fight that David Morrell took way too early, even though he's out of that Cuban school of boxing, and we know those guys can box. Man, David Benavidez is a different monster. David Benavidez comes to work and he don't play no games when he get in that boxing ring. I can't wait. Like I've told y'all before, I definitely have David Benavidez winning that fight. I think it won't be an easy fight, but I can see him possibly stopping David Morrell in the later rounds. David Morrell chin hasn't really been tested, but David Benavidez is gonna test it. We're gonna find out really what he's made of, man. You got to be able to go at a real pace when you get in there with a guy like David Benavidez. He gonna let his hands go, and he's not gonna stop punching, man. He's not. Now Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk have had another face off. There's a lot of talk, a lot of back and forth. Two men that are really confident in their skills. But like I keep saying, man, I have a feeling that Tyson Fury is gonna go in there and handle business, and we're gonna get a trilogy. I think Usyk was able to escape by last time due to Tyson Fury doing what he done, but I think it's a different outcome. I want to see Tyson Fury end on that type of note. I would love to see him beat Usyk, maybe fight Daniel Dubois, and then maybe even an Anthony Joshua fight. I think it's gonna be real sad for boxing over there if they don't get a chance. Anthony Joshua and him never faced each other. Even though Anthony Joshua, we seen what happened to him against Daniel, man. I still want to see that fight. I would favor Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury is just too mobile, too good of a boxer for Anthony Joshua. But hey, anything can happen. Anthony Joshua has power. But man, listen, I favor Tyson Fury still right now over any heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think he made a mistake last time. But to me, Tyson Fury is still the number one ranked heavyweight, and I believe he's gonna prove that. I believe he goes back in there, handles business, and does what he's supposed to do. I know a lot of people are saying Tyson Fury ain't got it no more. I don't see that, man. I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I think Tyson Fury has a whole lot to offer. So I don't understand what people are saying that. Also, man, Arthur Beterbiev, he's saying he wants the Alexander Usyk fight. Now that right there would be a special fight. I guess Arthur's willing to go up to heavyweight. That's the only way I can see it happening. You know what I'm saying? What he's at light heavy right now, so there's light heavy, cruise, and then heavyweight. But I could definitely see him. It's like Alexander. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Usyk definitely is not a big heavyweight. So if you think about it, I could see Arthur. He probably walks around maybe at 210, somewhere around the 215 in his off season weight. So I definitely could see that fight happening, man. Like I told you, I'm not gonna make these lives long. I'm gonna get down to business, let you know how I'm feeling. This is CDK Boxing, but when I do my interviews, they probably gonna be 30 minutes to an hour long. But until then, I'm gonna make these short, sweet, and to the point. I'm out.